Welcome back to Fantasy Report. As always, I'm Father Derek. In week one, it was good. We had close games. With week one out of the way, let's just look at our 6 frontrunners aiming to be comedians this year. Trevor got absolutely clapped by the booth. He blamed it on a bad week, but I personally would blame it on his bad and weak team. See what I did there? Like I used should add that to your routine. You know, like when you lose the league. Mita Smell will of course tell you that he would have beaten anybody else but Trevor Jr. in the league. Well, unfortunately you didn't. So welcome to the list. Josiah Mammers threw mid-pack numbers really this week, as expected. He lost by 15 to last year's losers. So congrats to Tim for starting 1-0 for the first time since 2003, and congratulations to Ruben. Even with you barely cracking 100, you exceeded my expectations.
Daryl! What?
Sorry about that. Next, we have Father Danny. He was sunned, though, today. You know, like, S-O, and we'll put this, the definition right here. But he was sunned by the new owner, Dumbass. So I guess this is really just what happens when you know how to manage a team. We're looking at you, Zach. Benjamin, he put up not so many points. He scored the second lowest, right beside Trevor, who shit the bed. So look for both of these guys to be in a heated competition for last place. And finally, last year's champion is in full pursuit of last place. He played a good game, but still kind of impressed me. I'm not gonna lie, I really don't have anything bad to say there. I received a notice in the mail. I am being sued by the FBI for releasing that evidence last week, but I do stand by my innocence. This is just exploiting the public at its best. I released a statement yesterday morning to Channel 9 just to clear the air. But you know, I'll repeat it here for those of you who didn't watch the news. All of you. Look, they're lying to you. This is nothing but an elaborate cover-up to keep the media off of Christopher and his high-profile sexual harassment cases. They're trying to silence us. My theory is the FBI is tied to the commissioner in some way. Obviously, we can't have last year's champions ending his career behind bars, because it would look bad for the league. And, you know, it would affect our streams. But who would care about streams? The FBI, if we were paying them. My theory is that Fennell and the FBI are working together, and the FBI is getting a paycheck from our streams. And, you know, they don't want someone messing with their paycheck. Look, this is bigger than football. But this is a show about football, so we're going to move on to our next segment. I did this thing last year. I'm going to go ahead and just do it again. I'm going to go over everybody's percentage of getting last place as of week 1, so very early predictions. We're going to go like 12 is the... We'll just start from 12. You'll understand from the numbers. Anyways, we got Trevor Jr. coming in at number 12. He's got a 1% chance of getting last place. Excuse me. But yeah, it's a solid team. He's gonna be fine. At number 2, I had a tough one putting him here, but I mean, Commissioner Smelly Eggman, I don't think is going to get last place. I can't imagine he gets shafted every single week. His team's solid. But then again, it did happen last year. So I'm gonna give him 2%. We got Alexa. He's got like a 2% as well. He's got a solid team. Coming in at number 9, we got me. Gave myself 0% last year. chant. Anyways, I should have a 0, but I'm gonna give myself a 2. Be happy that I'm doing that. Coming in at number 8, we got J.C. Penney's. He's got a 4% chance. Solid team. He'll probably be fine. At number 7, we got Crack Ticklers. He won, and he put up, okay points. He just got lucky that his opponent shit the bed. Regardless, he's probably also going to be fine. I like his team. They completely underperformed. I'm gonna give him a 5% chance. At number 6, we got Champstifer. I'm giving him like a 6% chance. He's aight. At number 5, we got last year's loser. I thought about putting him like an 8% or so. But you can never really count Timmy out, can you? I'm gonna leave him at a 10%. At number 4, we got Ben Smear. Pretty shitty team. I'm gonna give him a 14% chance. At number 3, we got Lactose Man. Pretty shit team. I'm gonna give him a 14%. At number 2, we got Rubo. Rubo shit the bed in the draft. He's not picked anybody up in waivers. A big change. He was actually an elite player last year. So this is a tough one to give him. Rubo got a 20% chance. It's 1 out of 5 times with that team you're going to get last place in the league. Coming in at number 1, we got Trevor. Wanted to say 100, but his team did underperform. I just don't think their ceiling is high enough. He's also got a 20% chance. I would say I wanted to give him a 25, if we're being completely honest, but it didn't add up with the numbers. Because I think 1 out of 4 times he's he's going last place with this team. But once again, another 1 out of 5 times. I mean, you just garbage. Surprisingly enough, we have no trades to announce, as of this moment, of course. Normally, somebody would have tried trading their entire team away by now. Not saying any names. We did have a free agency mishap, where a commissioner forgot to change us back to the waivers. So now we're just in an absolute free-for-all. But you can only pick up 15 players to try to counteract the free-for-all tactic. Am I for this rule? Not really. Am I against this rule? Not really. Because it did give me a chance to fuck over Trevor. To fuck Trevor, really. We had some key injuries last week. Mainly just Dak Prescott. He went down. Just like Ben's chances at a decent season. Anyways, there's not really enough to talk about. I don't really know what the hell was going on. My overworked script guy, but this is just ridiculous. I mean, this will not be tolerated. You know what? Logan did not die for this. Rest in peace, Logan. Due to lack of script, I'm just gonna call Trevor and figure out what's going on with his dumpster fire of a team right now.
Hello, Derek.
Hey, Trevor, what's going on, man?
Not much, just driving home from work.
Hey, I hope you had a good day at work. Look, Trevor, it was a great time then. So my script guy's been doing a terrible job, and I ran out of things to talk about, so we decided to call you. Welcome to Fantasy Report, Trevor.
Oh.
Really, we're just trying to figure out what's going on here. What the hell's going on in this dumpster fire?
Alright, yeah, clue me in.
What? You're supposed to fill me in. You're the one with the dumpster fire team. Look, I'm asking the questions here. Alright.
Oh. Alright, so, okay. Well, my team obviously underperformed as I think, let's see, probably 6 out of the 8 players that I started week 1 performed way under their projected, so that was horrible, just for starters. And then, not to mention, our commissioner just decides that he just like forgets to set up the waivers. And so, as someone that has the least amount of points in the league for week 1, I should be first on the waiver. So, of course, like, I should have first grabs for the best player from the week before. But no, that's not happening this year either. I have to wake up in the morning and see that not that you didn't deserve Curtis Samuel, because you definitely like you need Curtis Samuel, and you got up and to get him, you rose and you're on the grind, you can't be mad about it. But it's just like, I should be getting Curtis Samuel there,
Yeah, of course, in past years. Yeah, of course. I mean, I fully believe that you should have gotten him. The second I saw that I had the opportunity to get him, I was like, oh, okay. I was like, I guess I'll take Curtis Samuel then. It's like, okay, this is a little different. I think 15 is too high in my opinion. I think 10 would have been a good number. At 10, it really puts a little more fear into you while you're picking somebody up. But for me right now, it's not going to matter. I can just pick up the best guy on waivers 15 weeks in a row. That's the whole season.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to get up at 4 in the morning to pick up players, but I am up at 2 o'clock in the morning regardless, so, I'll probably still beat everybody to it.
Nope, not me. Not if I won them.
Except for you, but, I mean, whatever.
I'm on the grind.
And then not to mention, I just, totally just fucked up. And I was like, okay, well, I'm just going to go pick up Duvernay because, everybody in the world is going to go pick up Duvernay.
Mm-hmm.
So he's there. So, and then, I was like, oh, okay, I'm just going to drop Devontae Parker. I don't know why I did that. And so I was like, wait, why'd I do that? And so then I had to go drop Hayden Hurst and pick back up Devontae Parker.
That's 2 accusations.
That's already 2.
Yeah.
That's
Wow.
already 2. And I was like, okay, well, now I can't now I have to pick up a better defense for the year because the Eagles aren't going to cut it. And so I went and picked up the Browns. I feel like they're a safe option. All right, that's already 3.
I don't know. The Dolphins were popping off, but yeah, that's just me.
I mean, it's the Dolphins with that. Maybe I didn't. I think it's the Browns, I guess. And then I go around, and I had heard that Damian Pierce was not performing well in Houston, so I went and picked up
Rex Burkhead. Yeah, he balled last week. He had 12 for me in one of my leagues.
Yeah, so I went and snagged him, so that's already 4. But I actually did end up dropping Devontae Parker there, so, newsflash, Devontae Parker is in waivers if anybody wants him. Because I just I didn't have anybody else I wanted to drop, so.
Yeah, that's tough. I mean, Devontae Parker might perform well. He hasn't yet, but he might. I mean, he's supposed to be the number 1 receiver there.
Well, he's definitely not because he was not getting any targets on. I mean, I kept Jacoby Myers because
Jacoby Myers is good.
He's in the rotation in New England, so I gotta.
I mean,
him.
Jacoby should be the number 1. I think he will be after that week. It's just he underperformed so bad throughout his entire career so far. It's just good to see him have a good week, I guess.
I mean, honestly, I was looking at, Curtis Samuel got targeted 12 times, so,
yeah.
Not, super comparable, but, he scored, he scored 19 points, he had 12 targets. And I was looking at Jacoby Myers, and I was like, he scored 10 points just off of a couple of targets, 4 targets and 55 yards now. Pretty good.
Yeah.
If he had scored a touchdown, he would have been right up there with what Curtis Samuel was scoring anyway. So I was like, yeah, that's fine. I'm not going to start him this week, though, because I'm starting Rex Burkhead, but,
sure.
He's there.
Sure.
So, there's pros and cons to me not.
So are you going to start Duvernay? How do you feel about it? Oh, you have to?
Huh? No, I have him.
Oh, I was just asking if you were going to start him. I don't know if I trust Duvernay like that. I thought about Duvernay, and I was just like, man, is he going to do that every week, or is this a 1-week thing? He got 2 touchdowns, so.
Yeah, no, he's the third option in Baltimore, so.
Hopefully he just gets targeted for touchdowns then. Becomes consistent for you.
the only reason that he did so well is because he scored 2 touchdowns, and that's not going to happen every week, so. It's risky, Lamar Jackson's a running quarterback. It seems like he's throwing the ball better, but you still never know.
Yeah, it's week 1.
He's a great quarterback, and he's always he's showing improvement in the throwing game, but he's still dual threat. He can run the ball. He's slippery. Half their offense is probably revolving around the read option. They don't even really need to pass the ball. So.
See,
he was there, so I just gotta grab him.
You've been trying to make any trades? I mean, have you looked around at people?
I was. I was looking through some teams. I don't really need help in the running back area. Maybe probably the flex area the most.
Yeah, your flex was tough. Your flex is quite tough right now.
Yeah, super tough. My bench is just full of receivers, and they all just we'll see how George Pickens, if he can pick it up, but my bench is full of receivers, so I have options, but
they're just not.
My receivers right now are just not looking good, because who knows how Allen Robinson's going to do, and if he still isn't doing good, then
Allen Robinson was very disappointing. I was really hoping he would have a really good season. I wanted him, and I think you picked him up right before I was going to get him. So thank you, as of right now. Save me.
You really need to pass up on Hollywood Brown, so.
Hollywood Brown did not have a good week. He does not look like he is in that rotation for the Cardinals, and he doesn't have much longer. He's got 5 more games now to be valuable. Because then D-Hop comes back, and then Hollywood Brown is going to go right back to his role in Baltimore, where he gets 2 or 3 27-point games, and the rest of them are 8 and 9.
Yeah.
That's my opinion.
And also, Kyler Murray doesn't even look that good this year, so.
No, definitely not in week 1.
I don't think he's going to be able to get the ball to Hollywood Brown.
Yeah, I would agree with that, I will say, though, my grind to get Curtis Samuel was insane. I really did set an alarm at 4 o'clock, and I just remember waking up and being really fucking confused on why I was awake at first. And I was like, oh yeah, I fucking set an alarm. I'm like, damn, I'm grinding. And sure enough, Curtis was still there. Although, I will say, Trevor, you made one mistake. You told the entire league what time you got up. 6 a.m. There was no way I was setting an alarm for damn 4 in the morning to get Curtis at that point. Until I heard you getting up at 6, and I was like, oh, okay, well, I can't let him go then. I know everybody's looking at him.
I could have told the whole league that I was getting up at 6 a.m., but I actually was getting up at 3 a.m. You never know.
Yeah, you could have done that. That's what I would have done. I told them all, I get up at, 7, and then wake up at 3.
Yeah, never. It is what it is. Hopefully I perform better. I'm playing Lit this week.
Yeah, you're gonna get your ass kicked.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm hoping that Matthew Stafford, decides to look in a different direction. To the one guy who's on their team that's getting shadowed by one corner the entire game. And
who's open most of the game too.
He was open the whole damn game.
Yeah, they weren't even guarding him anymore. They were just oh, okay, Matthew Stafford doesn't like African American people. Just guard the white guys. And he'd still throw it to him, right? They'd throw 3 dudes on cup, and Matthew Stafford would just chuck it into that pocket. It didn't matter how open he was.
He was throwing to some guy that was probably, borderline about to get cut from the team.
Yeah, absolutely wild before he would even... he would look Allen Robinson's way at just about every single play. See, he's open, just to make sure. He's like, okay, Allen Robinson's open, that's good. All right, where's Cup at?
Yeah, literally.
That was the entire game.
Okay, Allen Robinson's wide open, but Cooper Kupp.
Come on, Cup! Yes, he's triple teamed and being completely locked up by his corner at the moment. But he catches that ball. Come on. I trust that more than Allen Robinson wide open.
I don't know. I'm hoping that, he scored 2 points. I don't know if he can do any worse than that unless he literally doesn't get the ball one time. So,
which is possible.
Hopefully, he's still going to start for me this week. And, this will be the test. If I start off 0-2, I start off 0-2, and then we start figuring it out. But
Yeah.
for trade-wise, probably just throw together something. I'm hoping that Ramondre Stevenson does better because he was supposed to be their passing game running back, but
Yeah, but do you ever really trust Patriots running backs in any situation?
Yeah.
Like, I heard that too, and I was just like, I'm kind of scared.
He was supposed to be, but then I guess Ty Montgomery was in the rotation, like mostly for passing game, but he's on IR now, and so I'm assuming that they're going to use Stevenson in the passing game because Damian Harris is not involved in the passing game at all.
No.
So he's just their running back. So I'm hoping that he performs better. I'm not going to start him this week, but if he does better, hopefully that'll get some trade value for me, and I can throw him in there along with somebody else or a better receiver.
Yeah. No, I'd agree. If you find somebody to make that deal, I'm sure you will. I'm sure one of these cuts.
I'm not asking for the best wide receiver in the league from anybody, but I'm just going to find something that's replaceable, like someone that's just getting consistently more points than Allen Robinson if he doesn't perform this week.
Yeah, of course. I mean, you don't want to give somebody a horrendously bad trade and them out you like Alex did last year to Zach. I still think about that trade every single day. I could do OBJ. I could do OBJ and who was it? OBJ and somebody for Christian McCaffrey. And the other person was not good at all. Crap, I wish I could remember this. Oh my gosh.
Like David and Joku.
I think it was a tight end that just wasn't doing anything too.
He's like, right, you're not slick, dude.
Best I could do is OBJ and whoever for McCaffrey. Yeah, you don't want to end up like that. Otherwise, you might end up having, Clown of the Week awards named after you.
I mean, it's actually Clown of the Week every week. Because it's just so memorable.
I am going to miss Zach. Somebody's going to have to fill that role. Right now, it's looking like you. How do you feel? Do you feel comfortable stepping into such big shoes? Being Clown of the Week every single week? Or do you still... I don't know. Do you still see yourself as a competing member of this league? I'm going to be honest with that team. You might as well just wait till next year. Get a keeper or something and move on.
Here. This is all I'm saying. It was exactly like this last year. And then I got 4th place. I made the playoffs.
Yeah, but you made some good trades last year.
Huh?
You made some good trades last year. Your team was dog shit last year. At the beginning, you were falling apart, and then you made some good trades, and then those people performed, and then your other people started performing too, and you really turned around. Got clapped in the first round.
I think
but
last year I played really, really conservative in the draft, and this year I went pretty risky, and I was just like, I'm going to pick a bunch of sleepers.
Yeah, I mean, it might work. It's possible that they start popping off later.
I mean, I did more research this year before I drafted, and you know what? If it doesn't work out, that doesn't work out. I don't think that I'm going to be getting last places. Because I have some stars on my team, like Michael Pittman Jr., fantastic pick. I knew he was going to be a good pick. He's the number 1 in Indianapolis easily.
Yeah, no, he was great last year too. He's a great sleeper pick, to be honest.
So, that's super solid for me.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers had a horrible week.
Horrid.
He was the same exact thing last year. Guarantee you he slings it on the Bears this week.
Takes some perks, goes to the Bears, goes crazy.
Yeah, Austin Eckler had an alright week.
Yeah, but that could be expected now that Justin Herbert is going to probably be stepping into more of a 40-time passer. You just gotta hope he gets involved in the passing game. Yeah. So with that being said, who is your take on last place then?
My take on last place, it has to be Ruben. He did not draft good.
It's gonna be Ruben.
That's my pick. It could also be Danny. Danny's team was surprisingly just didn't do good. I mean, you can't blame him for drafting Cam Akers. Who the heck passes up on Cam Akers? He's supposed to be good. But I got Ruben at number 1 option, and then I got Danny at the number 2 option for last place, and then I guess I'll just I'll go with myself, I guess, because I didn't perform well this week. So I'll throw myself in there. Why not?
All right. I mean, so I'm curious where you put Ben. I think Ben's got a pretty good shot too right now. It looks like he wants to be a comedian the way his team performed week 1. He really was just about as bad as you. He scored like 4 more points.
Yeah, Ben's team is not good either, but
you might be safe. There's a lot of competition this year, and you can never count Timmy out. Timmy's got a good team, but you can never really count him out.
Sure, you can't count him out. And this is why I'm just I'm not so worried, because some teams just didn't draft well, and I feel like I drafted pretty good. I'm hoping, I'm projecting for myself. I end up in the middle of the pack and have a safe year, and yeah, of course I want to win it all. Probably not this year, but I'm just projecting I'll end up in the middle of the pack, and it'll just be one of those fantasy years where you're just decent, and that is what it is. You lose a little bit of money, but you don't lose your pride with it. Exactly. I'm trying to stay humble, because if I'm seeming like I'm too biased or like I'm being too prideful about my team, like I'm being realistic here. My team, it's on the struggle bus, and I'm not going to sit here and lie to you about it,
Mm-hmm.
So, like some people do.
So I guess we're stretching on like 17 minutes. We might as well wrap this up. Anybody on your team right now that you're looking to trade? This is your time to make a case for them now. Tell everybody how good they are.
Sure. All right. So people that.
You want cars? Well, we got cars. Come on down to Caleb's Used Car Lot. We got vans, sedans, whatever you need. All of our cars drive like brand new, but for the price of not brand new. Stop walking to work and get yourself 4 wheels instead. Hell, we also got some 2 wheels, 1 wheel, you name it, we got it. It's also our September sales event. With every purchase of one of our cars, we throw in a complimentary chicken wing of your choosing. So what are you waiting for? Come on down to Caleb's Used Cars Lot, where dreams become reality. Offer in September 30th.
I thought about renaming this to the Zach Hollis Award, but I think I'll just save that for like an SB's event or something. Anyways, Clown of the Week. I had a lot of ideas on who deserved it, like should it be Fennell for bashing Justin Jefferson during our preseason argument, just for him to drop almost half of what Trevor's entire team dropped. Should it be Zach Hollis? Don't actually know what he did, but we're sure he deserves it. Should it be Timmy, who said during his punishment video, after he threw up twice, that you should not draft a Lions player, like that is what he learned. He did not learn that very well, as he did draft a Lions player and then started him. It was St. Brown, a Lions receiver. That guy did drop 20, so ultimately the only real clown here was the guy who probably wanted it the least. He should already know it's coming. Not because he scored the least amount of points in our league. It's for his blasphemous statement that he made on Saturday. Trevor, you've earned Clown of the Week honors for trying to tell me with a straight face that Baker Mayfield is better than Ryan Tannehill. Look, Ryan Tannehill isn't great, alright, but this shouldn't be a debate. I got Ryan Tannehill at my 16th best quarterback in the league. I got Baker Mayfield at 21. Honestly, I think he'll drop to like 24, 25 in the next 2 or 3 years if some of these young guys pass him. I mean, I'd like to note that Drew Brees is still in free agency. He is still dealing with that shoulder injury, though. So he might be a hot pickup in the coming weeks. Just keep your eyes out, obviously, as he regains his health. So I would say for those of you that need a quarterback, I would probably go ahead and just pick him up, stash him now. He'll be back probably in the next few weeks, is what I was reading. And finally, we got the predictions for the week. We got Boof versus Billy. And I gotta rep hometown. I gotta give myself a 55-45 advantage over Billy. We got Trevor versus Trevor Jr., the first of the brother matchups. And I got Trevor Jr. taking this one with the 67-33. Trevor is shit. We got Smell versus Rubo. I got Smell with the 72-28 advantage. It's looking rough in Joe Mama's world. Joe Mama. Where is Joe Mama? We got Arnix versus Cortex, where I got Cody with the 53-47 advantage there. It'll be a close game, but I don't think Alex has the manpower right now. We got Seaman versus Zachary Momfucker. I got Seaman taking this one with a 51-49 advantage. I know you performed well last week, Zilf, and I know that Danny performed like dog shit. We got Patman versus No Balls, a classic matchup where I got No Balls beating the fuck out of Patman, 59-41. I got one last announcement needs to be made. Danny, as you may have noticed, I've been calling him Seaman and lactose and whatnot, you know. But Danny is no longer keeping the name Big Daddy. The organization released today, that they will be rebranding to Milkman. I say today, but I don't know if this is getting released Wednesday. Like, today is, like, while I'm in the where I'm at right now, like, not where I'm about to be when I say where I'm at, like, it's, maybe I release it Wednesday and none of this makes sense. Anyways, I think that'll conclude this week's edition of Fantasy Report. Come back next week as we try to find out if Trevor is tanking or if he's really just that bad at fantasy football. Godspeed from the Cock and Ball Torture organization, and good luck to everyone except for Tim.